Painting by numbers may be child's play in North Queensland, but there's no walk in the playground in today's economic debate.
It's D-Day for Mr Abbott when it comes to announcing his own budget bottom line.
The Finance Minister wants the opposition to come clean with all of their funding commitments.
The end of the excuses that Joe Hockey and Tony Abbott have been using when it comes to refusing to detail to Australians what cuts they have planned to pay for their promises.
What we will be doing is telling you exactly how much our policies cost, exactly how we are going to pay for them, and everyone will be able to see how the overall budgetary position is better off under the coalition.
Mr Abbott doesn't have the guts to come clean on his $70 billion worth of cuts to jobs, health and education.
There's been little change in today's pre-election economic fiscal outlook from the government's economic outlook. Unemployment set to rise. The only real difference is slightly higher surplus projected in 4 years' time, largely thanks to higher revenue from the carbon tax.
Barely a month ago, Kevin Rudd said to the Australian people that the carbon tax has been terminated. The fact is that the terminator is alive and well. The carbon tax in just 11 days has increased by nearly $250 million in revenue.
From today, with the release of the pre-election fiscal outlook, the alibis end. The excuses end. Nowhere to hide. Simply release your costings and how you intend to pay for your promises.
Labor continues to accuse the coalition of secretly planning to increase the GST, despite increasingly firm denials.
The GST won't change, full stop, end of story. And again, this is just a pathetic scare from a Labor Party which has no record to defend and nothing to say about it.
As the debate over costings continues, so too does the debate over whether the two leaders will face off again. Tony Abbott has agreed to appear alongside Kevin Rudd, taking questions from voters at a Sky News People's Forum at the Broncos Leagues Club in Brisbane. The event would be available to all media to broadcast, but Kevin Rudd is so far refusing to accept the challenge.
I'm happy to see the formats as open to use by all of the media as possible, but I think these People's Forums are a very good format and I'll certainly be turning up to them.
Within a day of taking on the election, David Spears came to me, to our team, and said, will you debate Mr Abbott the next day? I said, yeah, happy to do it. And guess what? You couldn't see Mr Abbott for the dust. So I just would say for those 4 networks, what I've said from the beginning, as for Sky, I responded positively to what was said then, and that'll be put under proper scrutiny.
Sky News will go ahead with the forum, even if it's just Tony Abbott taking questions. Dan Borsha, Sky News.
Okay. Well, look, it's